number of drug cases the Ohio BCI crime lab investigates reached a record high, and the opiate epidemic obviously plaguing that's to blame.
Yeah, 6 years ago, the state lab tested about 14,000 drug cases a year. So far this year, that number has doubled to 28,000. NBC4's Courtney Yoon joins us in the studio now with more details. Courtney?
Mike, Colleen, the number of evidence submissions to the BCI crime lab keeps increasing, but so is the complexity of each test as drug mixtures continue to change. It's gotten to the point where they're outsourcing some of their cases to other labs in the state.
We're, I would say, a collateral consequence of the opiate tragedy in Ohio.
The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation Crime Lab is bogged down with submissions of evidence, specifically opiates waiting to be tested.
Much like coroner's offices with autopsies or law enforcement or even hospital emergency rooms, we're feeling that same thing in our crime lab with the number of drug cases coming through our labs.
BCI Superintendent Tom STICKRATH says they don't want to delay the testing of these drugs in order to get cases prosecuted as soon as possible.
We're getting much more complex mixtures, things we didn't see just really 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Mixtures that include powerful drugs like fentanyl and carfentanil.
As we saw these numbers rise and the complexity rise, I talked with the Attorney General, and first we added some staff and some equipment and kept trying to increase our efficiency. But finally we said, let's outsource some of these. Let's see what some of our other colleagues might be able to do.
STICKRATH says they're outsourcing some of their cases to coroners' labs in Hamilton and Cuyahoga counties.
We asked for $2 million for BCI and $1.5 million for our colleagues in the smaller labs across Ohio. So that's what the legislature provided us.
And now that more potent opiates are showing up in the crime lab, the safest place to observe is through the window.
It's a real hazard. We put out a warning actually about a year ago to law enforcement across the state to not field test these substances because of the danger.
STICKRATH says they have 32 scientists working at their crime lab. Already this year, they've tested about 4,430 opiate drug cases, including heroin, fentanyl, and carfentanil. Colleen?
Thanks, Courtney.